time to find out our second place player. Second player to get out of Group A. Will it be Parting or will it be Bbyong? We're about to find out.
Parting looking good in his big boy glasses. Bbyong looking good in his Bbyong glasses. You were mentioning a little bit earlier how he looks a little bit like Sora.
Yeah, he kind of looks similar to me a little bit. Like, not exactly, but they have a similar. Like, style, and they wear the same uniform, obviously. And you could tell they're teammates. All right, well, what do you know? We got an overgrowth ban this time. We got Deadwing in the pool. Did not expect that.
Yeah, I think Bbyong just doesn't want to let Parting have that overgrowth map. I guess he doesn't want to play against that kind of aggressive style on that two-player map. I think it's the shortest two-player map we have in the pool, actually. So
yeah,
kind of makes sense.
I'm surprised by it, though. I would never want to play against Protoss of any type on Deadwing.
On Deadwing, yeah.
But
I guess Bbyong feels more confident that he can take Parting in the late game rather than the early game.
That's what he's showing here with these bans. Also, banning Nimbus is a pretty fair Terran ban, I feel, versus Parting. So Parting, on the other hand, just standard bans there, and we're going to start things off on Merry-Go-Round. Pretty balanced map in this matchup. I wonder what sort of style Bbyong is going to go for. Will he go for timing pushes? He's done that in the past. Definitely don't think we'll be seeing any mech out of him in this series. It's time, guys. Group A's final match for the round of 16 here at WECG Korea Nationals.
Up here in the top left, in the red, the Protoss player for this matchup, it is Parting.
And down at the 6 o'clock in blue, Terran player for CJ and Distance Bbyong. Keeping his B's lowercase in the client there this time.
Yeah. Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real low. Low riders. Not really sure what I'm going for here.
I don't really know what you're going for. Sorry, I can't help you out. I mean, his teammate effort was known as the Lowrider Zerg, and he is spying the low part of the map down to 6 o'clock, but I mean, I guess the lowercase b is low, as in lowercase, and it is towards the lower side of the B, but others are really just, I mean, I'm really trying to find something for you, but
yeah.
I feel if we could go back and do this again, you shouldn't say that.
I guess so, yeah, maybe. I guess on a somewhat similar note, last weekend I went to a bar. It was called Orc Bar.
Orc
I was
Bar?
like, what should I expect going to this place?
But you say
the name
Orc?
is Orc. Yeah, Orc.
Like,
O-R-C. I was like, is this like a
Lord of the Rings bar?
Fantasy theme, like Lord of the Rings bar, or even like World of Warcraft? You know, they have orcs there. So I go up there, and the sign, it says Orc Bar and Ghetto. I'm like, I just have no idea what to expect at all. I went in, and it was a pretty cool bar. It was it had a lot of loud music, but besides that, it was very cool.
Oh, actually, I know the bar you're talking about now.
Do you?
Yeah. Is that in Shincheon?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one I was telling you about.
Yeah. So, what does that have to do with lowercase, though? Or low?
No, I don't know. I said low rider, so a natural,
the next thing you're telling me about your
natural possession of thoughts in my
brain.
brain.
Like, so
I'm
anyways,
sure.
one time I was at the Cat Cafe. I'm like, Brennan, this is just not even related, man. All right, so, wow. Stargate incoming.
Oh,
we have a Nexus, excuse me, a Command Center first for Bbyong, too. This could get real nasty real fast.
Yeah, we do have the Scout coming out here. But again, if you're going for the Scout, you're going to scout that low ground. You're not going to be up there on the high ground.
It's such a fast Stargate, too. Look at that.
Yeah.
The core finishes, boom, Stargate.
Right there. No Stalker, no Warp Gate, nothing. No Mothership Core.
And a fast 2 gas. Like, really, really fast.
Basically the fastest you can get a Stargate here.
I'll lose my mind if you actually go Void Rays.
Adds 3 gates. He's like, I'm doing it, Wolf.
He's like, I knew Wolf was watching. I saw him commentating.
Sees 2 racks. And of course, you should know that the CC was first based on the timing.
That's true. So, let's see what this Oracle gets done. I mentioned Void Rays, but there's like no way this is actually a Void Rail. Void Railin's not even done like this. You would make the Stalkers first, pressure a little bit more.
Ooh. He was hunting out here with the Stalker. He knew that Bbyong scouted wrong based on the timing, and he was waiting for the SCV to come in through that angle, and he stopped the scout. So Bbyong has no idea what to expect, and so he's gonna put his Marines in the bunker. They're gonna be totally out of position here to be in the mineral line to stop the Oracle from doing a lot of damage.
That's weird, that probe. So he's probably wondering what is going on. And he actually does keep some Marines over here in the main base. Is it enough, though? 4 is not enough. He's going to have 5 and 6 in a second, but here we go. Turns on that Oracle. Bbyong with some good kiting here. Trying to maximize the damage. And, you know, wait until those other Marines can come out, but they're coming out one at a time. And now
all the Marines go down.
Now he's got no turrets. And I think a second Oracle's about to join the fight as well.
Looks like it could be. He's even pressuring at the front with the Stalker.
There it is.
Runs out of energy on the other one. Going to keep it back. The second Oracle is coming on the way. But again, there's only 2 Marines here. What are you going to do with 2 Marines against an Oracle?
You know, you and I were just saying, I said I just had this feeling like Bbyong is going to win this series, and you said, well, these parting shenanigans are not going to work on Bbyong, right? Well,
I guess I was wrong,
Here we go, man. He's just making it work anyways. So many kills on these Oracles. I mean, this is basically game-ending how much damage he's done here. And it's not even just about the SCV kills. It's about the Marine kills. He's got no army now. Yeah. He's got nothing to pressure with, nothing to counterattack with. The Oracles are still alive. A third Oracle's going to pop out. Parting can add gates, break the bunker with Oracles, and just kill the Marines, massacre Bbyong.
That is what he could do. He is throwing that on a Nexus, though. So
right, well, it would have to be like a bit later, you know?
Yeah.
But we've seen MC play like this a lot. He's like, that SCV's not worth my energy.
Again, just camp the barracks.
Yep. He's like, should I kill the turret? I'm just going to ignore it.
Just flies in, even keeps the Oracle alive. That's hard to do. 2 gateways added. I think you're quite on point with this one. A follow-up attack will be pretty easy.
I mean, he doesn't have to do it. And, you know, it's probably not the smartest choice, but he's just got that option.
Is it the wolf choice?
It's the wolf choice. That's what we're going to call these choices now, the wolf choice.
It's like aggressive and game ending, but it's like not always the right decision, you know? The wolf choice.
The wolf choice. it's always the kill move. Now that probe really was, he was on his mission. He was like, I wanted to go with a Terran platform where the icon for Terran is. He's just literally camping these.
Yeah. Bbyong was allowed to make a small group here, but up to 3 gateways now is parting.
Oh my god, he's got 3. Oh, those 4 Marines, what are you doing? Stay with the main group.
I don't know. I think
he's just going to fight it. He's just going to fight it.
He's going to lose 2 of these Oracles, but he just took down that whole force. There's 4 Marines walking across the map against a Protoss with 3 gates, armor on the way, and the Twilight Council coming down. A hidden expansion here, I guess, is the answer. Win behind you, got to do some crazy stuff, but
well, I want to say I guess it's worth it for those 2 Oracles. Money-wise, it's absolutely not, but I think he thought he could win that fight regardless. He's still massively ahead. He's up 10 Harvesters. He's got good tech. He's got good upgrades. He's going into Storm, I guess.
Yeah, Templar Archives. I mean, I guess, yeah.
I mean, he could just get Archons out and attack. I'm not really sure what the plan is here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in this position, either one I feel like is okay. But when you have no pressure coming out of the Terran, you can take all the time you want to get your Templar Archives, get your Storm, and be totally fine. I feel like that may just be what he does. He's getting the upgrades as well.
All right, Parting got a bit aggressive there with those Oracles. I feel like he lost them a bit needlessly. Great scan here. Parting not known to spread out his tech structures.
Second time in a row he hasn't really spread out. Well,
looks like he's just going to play a longer game, though, from here. He's going to take a 3rd base. He's getting cannons up. This gives Bbyong the chance to come back with his hidden expansion.
Yeah, that is true. That is something we say, like, when you play safe like this and don't just kill the guy, sometimes if your opponent who's behind takes a really risky build and makes it work, you know, hidden expansion or DTs if you're Protoss, you know, win behind Dark Shrine, go for something like that. You know, maybe they can possibly pull their way back in.
You have to try something.
Yeah.
What Bbyong is hoping for right now is a Parting all-ins in him with Archons and Charged Zealots. Well, yeah, it's a tight wall with a bunker, and then his hidden expansion pays for itself. He's excuse me, setting up a pylon here.
Yeah, he's putting on the pylons, ending gates, warp prism, charge, +2 armor. He's already got Archons made. I don't know, we may see this.
His base has got a lot of queued up SCVs. I mean, he may still just break this, but I think there's 4 bunkers up, 3 or 4. A bit of a supply depot wall at the front. Still his base completely unscouted. Extra mules being dropped from here. Charge is done. I want to see a shot of those bunkers. I want to see how many he has. Okay, he has 3. One really nice spot at the back. Charge and +2 armor. This is an old school timing. We used to see players like Tassadar from NS Host do attacks like this when he was on even ground with the player. The maps back in the day were a lot better for this. Think dual sight. Think, oh my god, there's no secondary ramp. This army is just going to crush me and run on top of me. All right, so he's going to set up to take a third base here, but first he's going to do a ton of damage. He's going to do a Zealot drop here on the main base. He's going to draw units back. He's going to poke at the front with his Archons. +2 in charge. And I think he is going to take a third base. I don't think he's actually just going to crash into this and hope it works.
Well, 4 Zealots in the main, can warp in more if he wants, but it's not really for that. He's not trying to do a ton of damage. He's trying to pull the units away from the front and go for an attack. Here he goes.
Those Widow Mines are so handy here. There's so much bonus damage. Nice target even on that Archon. There's so much bonus damage to shields, but he's going to break through here, and this is going to become a very big problem very quickly. Also, he's going to be careful because that splash damage might just kill the Widow Mines on these SCVs. Look at that repair on the Widow Mine.
Yeah, nice repair here, and there's just too much Bbyong. I mean, he has Archons and stuff, but he's got this third base, and there are a lot of SCVs there. He's powering up very well here. Holding off that attack, I don't know. There's no third base here for Parting.
He just doesn't know. He's playing over false assumptions here. Let's see if he's got enough to push through, though. I don't think so, actually. I just don't think so.
I wonder if Bbyong knows that's fake. I mean, he should know now, seeing it disappear at Colossus. Parting's going to back off. Still has no idea about the base.
Music, it's cool. We traded. Your economy's terrible. I don't know how you had that many units. Maybe underestimated you. But I got a third base come up and Storm. What are you going to do? You got nothing.
Little does he know.
If Bbyong kills this third base or forces to cancel it anyway, if he somehow makes that work, then Parting is fighting a losing game. Look at already the supply. With all those workers, he's up in Harvesters by 11. He literally just held down his S key, spammed it on that CC, making sure it was always making SCVs. It's a fully saturated base now with 2 gases.
Yeah. So unfortunate for Parting. Very nicely done by Bbyong. He knew he was behind. He had to go for something like this, and if it doesn't get scouted, and you know the person you're going against, it's Parting, you know he's going to be aggressive. He's going to follow up attack and not just take a third base easy ahead of you, and Bbyong has read him, and Byung's really far ahead right now.
Oh, big triple drop coming over here. Will be spotted. He's got 4 High Templar with Storm, but he's going to want a few supporting units with this as well. Good Storms, nicely placed, and also some good feedbacks. That's a big win for Parting, actually. A lot of lost mining time, but definitely getting the better end of this one.
Oh, yeah. Second Nexus Cannon here. Kills the medevac even.
But just, again, look at the supply. Oh, he needs those cannons up right now. Here comes the Jerry as well. Oh, this base, like I said, 2 SCVs away from optimal saturation.
Oh, is he just going to target down this
Nexus? If he
Nexus?
gets this Nexus,
there's nothing to defend. You just got to go for the Nexus here.
I think he's just concerned that Parting has more units nearby. Can he actually just get this? There's no Nexus cannon available.
Yeah, definitely. Use 2 Nexus cannons. Extra stim here. He's going to be able to pick up and leave. There you go.
Now he's going, oh, be careful. He thought he was going in there.
That was his mindset. He's like, now I'm going to go into the O.
Kills the Stargate.
And now he's got a 4th base. Parting down to 2 bases now. Got to remake that Nexus.
Supply block. About to get further supply block. He's going to lose 2 pylons. 3 pylons, excuse me. Bbyong is winning this game. He's way ahead.
Yeah.
Like, massively ahead.
Yeah.
He's about to be 4 base versus 2 base.
I said Bbyong was going to be able to hold off Parting shenanigans. I guess he didn't, but the follow-up reply is actually just defeating Parting here.
Well, the follow-up reply is holding off the second wave of shenanigans.
That is true.
I don't know what Parting can do, actually.
Well, he's going to do what Parting does best and attack. But
he still doesn't know. He's got to be confused right now. I mean, like, is his macro just this good? How does he have this much stuff? I killed so many of his things with my storms. I killed his Medivacs. He still has this much? All right, these Widow Mines are going to do wonders here. He needs to go ahead and burrow those. He's even got the Planetary to fight with. Parting taking an engagement here. I'm not sure if he should be. But he's got very little choice. He's got to do something.
Big Storm goes down. He needs some follow-up storms, but where are they? I guess he doesn't have any. It's only Archons.
Yeah, now the Widow Mines are a bit further away, so going to take some decent shots on these Archons as they don't have the concussive cells doesn't work against massive units, but I don't know, man. He thinks this is the right choice, but it's not. Just because of that command center that he doesn't know about.
Yeah, more Orbins here, but
one more 2 shots on those Medivacs. Take them out. Well, going to get some Widow Mines here, but there's just way too much Bbyong there. You can't even see it. There's so many Widow Mines here too, Parting. Got to be careful, man. Where's your observer? Way too far away. That's the answer to that question. Goodbye, Sentry.
Yeah, and a big follow-up stim here. He wants to catch as many Zealots as possible, maybe even the War Prism as well.
I mean, this game is pretty much over. Parting has got to be so confused right now. 188 to 105. That base at top right completely saturated. He has a 4th base that Parting thinks is the 3rd. It was 4 bases versus 2 for a really long time. This Nexus, by the way, got harassed during all of this and is actually possibly going to go down again. Look at that targeting on that Archon. Just way too much healing power for those Zealots. Great Storm here, though. He's just got almost a personal Medivac for each one of these Bio units.
The Widow Mine train, they finally make it through.
And 13 Widow Mines, I think, is Parting's unlucky number. This is going to be the end of game number 1. That's a great Storm on that minefield, at least.
Yeah.
Just too little, too late. GG. I want to see a shot of Parting's face more than I want to see a shot of Bbyong's face, man. Bbyong's like, huh, tricked you, man.
He is so happy with himself after that win. Guarantee you. Big hold, greedy hidden base. Parting is like, what was that?
Oh, he looks really mad, actually.
Yeah. We were talking about how this is a bit of his tournament as well. And he's 1 game away from elimination.
Yeah.
He's made it to WCG in China twice. And he may not just make WECG. Maybe this is his curse.
Maybe so. Maybe this is the end. We're moments away from finding out. So map number 2. Going into this Deadwing. Look at the difference in facial expressions right now. I mean, that just tells the tale.
Yeah. You can tell they're chatting.
Yeah.
And Parting's like
probably the observer is like making jokes with them, or like Bbyong is saying something. Like maybe Bbyong even just revealed that he had a hidden base, and Parting is just like not finding it funny. He's like,
say, are you serious?
He's just like not amused at all. Now, Deadwing is a good map for Parting, although it's the map that Bbyong picked. So we'll see how he wants to play this one. Maybe it's, again, we talked about this earlier, not good for Parting's style. So maybe that's why Bbyong wants to do it, because I've just seen late game.
So.
That's where Bbyong shines. That's what Parting has historically had some trouble with. I mean, he has taken some really great late game PvTs, some really important ones. His match versus Flash in Pro League from a long time ago, almost a year ago now, really comes to mind. I don't know, guys. I would be really sad to see either of these players drop out, especially Parting losing it in such a fashion after being so ahead and just getting duped in that last game.
You got duped, you got tricked.
I mean, those Oracles did so much damage. Like, they could not have done more damage. All right, let's go to game number 2 on Deadwing.
Up here in the top left, in the red, it's Parting. He's down 0-1. Today's his last day with SK Telecom.
Yeah, he's really sweating, man. You can tell he's stressed. Up against Bbyong. You got to feel like $1 million after winning a game like that. I mean,
yeah.
Jeez. Like, holy cow, even.
Yeah.
I mean,
holy cow levels. That's even for you guys who play like a lot of ladder. You win a game like that, you're like, oh man.
That's when you stop. That's when you're like, all right, I'm in it on a good note. Gonna go get some food.
You get cheesed out twice before that, and then you get cheesed by proxy oracles that get rushed. And
you get so mad, you hold it, and you're like, yes! Everyone knows that feeling. You like hit your hand on the table really loud afterwards. you like live with a roommate. You like look at him and you're like, yeah. He's like actually read a book. He has no idea what you're talking about, but he feels your energy.
He's like, yeah, man, I know, right?
It's really like, I'm gonna buy you a beer. We're going right now. It's a great feeling.
It really is.
And for the player who loses, the most frustrating feeling.
Oh, yeah. It's hard in best of series. Like, if that's a Pro League game, you know, you come out in a best of one, you're like, oh, man, you know, I'll come back next week and do my best. But this is like a best of 3. Parting has to hold it together when he's 1 game away from elimination, and he just cannot get tilted. He just can't tilt here. He has to play his game.
Yeah. And for some of these players not making it to BlizzCon, by the way, this is like the biggest tournament they're going to have left to do. You know, as obviously all these players are in the GSL finals, which I've been getting a lot of tweets about that. It's on Saturday, so be sure not to miss that. It's going to be Saturday Korean time, so be there if you're in Korea or if you're at home. Either way, do not miss that. It's going to be one of the greatest finals we've had this year.
Yep, going to be tuning into that one, definitely.
So we do have 2-2 gas here for parting, so he's getting a little bit more extra minerals off of this. Do you think, there was a lot of laughing, you know, we saw them chatting a little bit. Do you think Bbyong revealed? I don't think he did, actually.
No, I don't think so. I think maybe parting asked him, and Bbyong was just like not giving him a straight answer, probably. That's what I would expect it, you know, to be like. In the chat, Parting's like, did you have a hidden base? Like, what? How did you do that? And Bbyong's just like, I don't know.
You probably just type like, hiat, like, like ha ha ha.
Yeah, basically like, ha ha ha. Or LOL with a Hangul symbol.
That's only what I type, man. You're the first person who ever used to type that was actually QXC. He used to type that all the time. Him and T-Gun back in the day.
So funny.
All right, here comes that Reaper Scout.
Yeah, this map has that little chin or cliff or lip or whatever you want to call it into the main as well. So Reaper's not bad on this map. Good for scouting information, especially against Parting, the guy who loves cheese.
Yeah. Gets a really fast Nexus up with that extra mineral boost he gets from doing 2-2 in the gas. Ooh, Twilight Council.
And there's like a hidden probe.
Oh, I think it might. Well, I think that's also just him scouting. Never mind. I was going to say you might hide a Dark Shrine, but...
Didn't he already scout across the positions? Or I guess that was the...
That was the Reaper.
Yeah, okay, my bad.
I got excited about it for a moment, too.
Yeah.
He could still hide something with this. He could wait in the third base location or do something, because it's going to be hard-pressed to get a good scout about exactly what Bbyong's build is. Looks like he's just going to sack the probe. The Marines are busy killing plates, so... Oh, is he actually just going to straight-up walk up that? Parting not known for his scouting and not always the best at it.
And look at this, rush blink out once again.
This time with an expansion, though. So, not necessarily an all-in. If it is, it's going to be a stronger version.
Yeah. I guess the term rush blink can have many meanings. But
Yeah,
Reaper...
What you mean is it's as fast as he got his Twilight Council, he immediately gets it.
Yeah.
And the Chrono boosts it quickly as well. He
the
saw
first
it.
deck he's getting, basically. And go ahead.
No, he was just saying Bbyong saw it. Sorry. So he knows.
That he does. I believe he saw that robotics facility as well, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I believe that's it right under that gateway, right? So
Yeah.
I think he does know. But that's kind of a confusing thing. You remember who used to do this build all the time actually was Billy. You get a really quick blink and then you go Robo and your opponent's like, well, what has he actually got planned now? I'm a bit confused. And it can be tricky. You get the Observer out, you get a little bit more blink potential with that. A lot of turn backstab potential. It's more secure than using the Mothership Core for vision. Then you can take a third base with it, transition into having your Observers on the map for vision, and you know, of course, going into your Colossi and Forge upgrades. The blink is just scary. Terran's like, well, I mean, what is he going to do?
It's always scary. Well, he's got a bunker at the front as well as the missile turret, so that's just there in case of the DTs. He sees the Twilight Council, you know, maybe he thinks possible hidden Dark Shrine or something, just to be safe.
He could think it's a DT drop with the Warp Prism coming out. He's going to warp DTs in or something. So, very unlikely, especially cross positions. It's going to take so long with where the Robo is placed to actually fly that in. We see Double Forge. And with this blink, I mean, he didn't attack at all. Didn't even poke a little bit. But it's going to help him against drops. It's going to be useful later on. Always a a good upgrade to have in this matchup.
Kind of just a utility blink, like a bit of a safe blink. He's not going to be trying to kill his opponent with it. He's not going to be trying to put on the aggression even. It's just there, you see, right behind his base, so that he can get his economy 100%.
I like that, actually, utility blink.
Yeah. Putting down 2 forges as well. He's going to get the immediate +1/+1. That's going to be ahead of Bbyong, of course, who only has that 1 engineering bay.
So, a bunch of supply block going on here.
Ooh.
Partner's like, oh, he supply blocked.
That's a big one, actually.
He even get to see the call down there at the last second, I think, of that observer. It's actually a good feeling. When I play, sometimes if I ever see someone's like call down supply, I'm like, oop, missed a mule.
You're like, I guess I'm ahead.
There's actually a lot of research been done, and I feel like every month somebody like does it again. Somebody's like, wait a minute, is it good to call down supply? Because you do save the money in the long run. You don't get it faster, but you do save 100 minerals. You have 100 more minerals for energy. So it's definitely, it's not the worst thing in the world. In the Wings of Liberty, and especially in the beta, people always like made such a big deal. Oh wow, he called down supply. It's so embarrassing. It's so bad, but it's actually not that terrible.
No, it's not.
You don't need the money like right away.
Well, we do have a third base coming down here for Bbyong ahead of Parting. And of course, with the giant expanse between these two players, not a bad idea. He saw the 2 techs coming out, as well as, no aggression on the side of Parting. So he knows that he has this kind of time, and he's able to put down that third base.
All right, let's see how that blink comes into play here. Those first 2 medevacs already scouted by Parting.
Yeah.
Parting is, people can talk about his late game all they want, but his late game coverage on observers is pretty spot on. Just going to turtle here for a little bit. And obviously Bbyong knows this is not a good engagement to take, or rather not a good drop to commit to. This base is kind of exposed, actually. But I think Parting kind of wants him to think that and dart in, because then he's got his units he can blink in and help support those Colossi.
Yeah. The +2 coming down here for Bbyong. No armor upgrades just yet. Oh, actually, my bad. He does get that eventually. Missed that second eBay.
Just seconds behind Parting. With Chrono Boost, that'll change. Depending on how Parting wants to use his Chrono, because he's probably using a lot of that right now on his Colossi. Another drop loading up. Just bring in some reinforcements. 2 Widow Mines on this drop. It's so important to actually do this, though, even if he's not going to use that for a drop.
So close.
Oh, he's going in. He knows this is a lot of Marines. He didn't see those units at the back, so he's feeling pretty good about this. Almost snipes a medevac.
Yeah, 10 health on the 1 medevac. Blinks in again.
He's like, I'm going. Got that confidence.
Yeah, man.
But this drop over here, I really like it. It brings the reinforcements faster on a map like this. It's pretty important, and also it looks like he's going to go ahead and use it for a drop. Bit of indecision.
Oh,
shouldn't get it.
Boost is down. Not able to, but he is.
He damaged it.
Yeah, he's coming over here. He wants to take down those rocks. Will make the 4th base a little bit more vulnerable. Adds an extra path, Thinking ahead is Bbyong.
Big stem to kill the rocks, actually, too. That's like, I want to get in there right now. When you're stemming to kill rocks, you know you're in a hurry. And he's got plenty of medevacs. Is he actually going to stem again? No, not this time.
I guess he's just going to sneak in from another angle.
So scary, though, because if you have to retreat down that path, or if you get caught there, oh god, Parting knows too. Parting's like, I dare you to call that ramp, please do. Oh my god, he's just using next cannon. He's already fighting down there on the ramp. You know, see it? He's chasing. I'm like, no, it's not that important. This is much more important.
Another blink forward. Parting is just not scared to blink and chase after this army.
He doesn't have any Vikings, and he's got mostly Marines. He has literally 0 Vikings. If he turns around to try to fight those blink forward stalkers, he's going to regret it. He's got the right comp. These cannons are buying him time because he knows there's a possibility of a second army being over here. He's going to warp in Zealots. He's got that Nexus cannon. Parting is playing a great late game here. Yeah. Really solid.
He really is. He's making his 4th base now as well. Knows he's pushed Bbyong back totally. The aggression is not really going to come in here. Although, Bbyong does have a 3 medevac drop coming from the right side, and it looks like there's some medevacs to the left side of the map as well.
Parting is basically saying, you're going to dead wing me? I'll dead wing with you. We're going to play late game? I'll play late game with you, man. I'm going to have observers everywhere. I'm going to have confident blinks. I'm going to make cannons. and I'm going to use my Nexus cannons exactly when I need to. Look at this, 2 cannons here again. Going to buy him some time. Needs a warp in, though, because these Stalkers alone are not going to cut it. There's the warp in.
Yeah, big warp in, but again, 2 medevac drop. Is doing a lot of damage for now, but good blink micro. And some Zealots coming in as well, but he's distracting for the other drop that's coming in towards that 3rd base.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot there. And don't forget, there's a big group of units on the middle of the map as well that just got scouted by that observer that are going to come over here by ground. So triple attack here. He's got to get over here. 3 medevacs, 3 cannons, still not enough. Needs a warp in, and let's see if Bbyong commits to attack the 4th base. He certainly could. He's moving that way now. Cannons get taken out, snipes the medevac here, but here comes that big force. They're actually going for the 3rd base instead of the 4th. Stalkers blink back, and Parting is here. Again, he's ready. This is a great game we're watching right now. These two are back and forth. Nice shot there on the Archon. He actually needs to get rid of that other Widow Mine. This base is still exposed. It's not mining. I'm getting excited, man.
Yeah,
this is a great game, actually.
Awesome game. You know, I'm not even actually sure if Bbyong saw that 4th base. He opened up that path a little bit earlier on, but he hasn't come down it since. He was dropping at that natural, I guess you can call it, and then he moved in towards the 3rd base. He could have easily set that Nexus, I think, maybe. And
I think you're right.
There.
I think he could have sent a small group over there. If he did the triple drop on that Nexus instead of attacking the natural, he absolutely would have gotten it. He did kill the cannons, though, forcing Parting to remake those. And look, Bbyong's built quite a bank for himself, and he's always maxing out first. He's got a really nice power up of barracks. His macro is impeccable. You know, minus the supply box we saw earlier, he's looking really good. He's playing this Vikingless. He's totally reliant upon his Widow Mines, and he's flying, or he's just avoiding the Colossi at every turn. Yeah,
he's abusing kind of the immobility of the Colossi and trying to just drop them all over the place.
It's really, really creative,
cool.
man.
Yeah. Seen a lot of creative play today, actually.
Yeah.
Earlier with Dark's Corruptors as well. Here we go, doing a lot of damage in here with 4 medevacs. Look at all of that bio. He's actually targeting down the Nexus. I think he's going to get this one. Yes, he will.
Yeah, he will, but at what cost? The Stalker should certainly be able to pick off these medevacs. Targets the wrong one, but will he get it still? No! One more shot would have done that with +3 on those Stalkers.
Oh, man. 3-3 upgrades finishing here for Bbyong just now. I believe Parting's got his own.
Well, look at this timing for Ghost and Storm. 5 Ghosts versus Storm at the same time. 3-3 is done for Parting, you're correct. He doesn't have any shield upgrades just yet, and it looks like this Nexus may yet be sniped again. Cybercore is exposed, as well as these probes.
Bbyong is just all over this map right now. Look at this huge group of units. Going to try to snipe this Nexus as well.
He should get it. And you know what? He's just got so much space between them. There's so much space between these two armies that even if he kills a lot of these bioforces, Bbyong should be able to replace most of them. And in fact, he's replacing most of it with Ghosts.
Yeah. But here's the counterattack. Does he have enough time? That is the question. I think he does. He's already maxed. So. He's already maxed.
It's just that space on this map that allows him to play this style. He's never worried about a big Colossus counterattack without Vikings because of the space. Look at all the observers that we have here. All right. This is the moment of truth. +1 is finished now for Vikings. He doesn't have a single Viking on the map regardless.
He's making 2 right now.
Well, this is scary. This is a lot of units here. The EMPs have to be really on point. There's so many Widow Mines here as well. They're going to start going up on these Zealots and Archons. Cancel his force there on that command center. Where are the EMPs? The Widow Mines tank, and he does drop some EMPs. Nice EMPs here. Not a whole lot of Marauders, but he is going to chase it. Oh, no! He's surrounded!
The flank, the Marauders are targeting down everything important. He's got him sandwiched, and these Colossi are all alone.
Doing it.
There is nothing to tank for this whole Bioforce right now.
Look at that Widow Mine just chilling. That's going to be it. He's going to kill these Colossi.
Totally
and Party Big Boy is going to topple over in this game. What a game this has been.
Bbyong is playing out of his mind right now. This is such amazing turn play. For you guys who want to know how to play Vikingless basically against Protoss on Deadwing on a big map like this, watch this game. Recommend it to your friends. This is insane.
Map-specific play here. Great, you know, I want to say adaptation to Parting's style in this series. Storm is ready. That's his only chance of survival here. First Storm is decent. Second Storm is great, actually, on these medevacs. He's getting some good shots. And he did eliminate a lot of those Widow Mines earlier, but this Bioforce is so powerful moving across the map right now. He's got nothing to catch reinforcements. He's got no minerals. He's going to have to rely only on Storms here. That's what he's going to have to do.
He has him coming through. He uses a Storm on 2 Marauders. Not the best here. And Bbyong is trying to regroup his reinforcements here and try to go for the attack. He needs key EMPs on the High Templar there.
That's part of the problem, the regrouping problem you were talking about. His army is kind of split up. And look at this, now Parting himself is going to go for the flank in the surround. And he scans here because he's like, where's the rest of the army? Does he have anything else? Can I just stay and fight? He doesn't have anything else over there. I'm going to stick here and fight. I've eliminated now all of those observers, which means he can't kill my Widow Mines. Does force a cancel here, barely.
Yeah.
I mean, barely.
Just barely. Scan is so important, getting rid of the observers for both the Ghosts and the Widow Mines. It's just so good. And look at this. 2 Marauders able to catch out those 3 High Templar with a lot of energy. That was so key for keeping Parting in this game. He's now down 50-60 supply. Archon actually lives to win that fight.
That +1 shield man doing the service. Yeah. Okay. This is tense. A lot more Archons coming in here. 4 Templar left remaining. That's all he's got. He's just trying to build an army and can win a few more fights so he can stabilize. But what he really needs is another base. He needs a base to the right side of the map somewhere. Bbyong has like unlimited money, and he's been doing that all this game. And the scariest part is now he's getting Vikings. Now he's got that part ready. He's getting nukes, and he's got obviously plenty of ghosts to support his army.
Yeah. Making CCs all over the place. His economy is going to be out of this world. Storm's going down on the Widow Mines. He does get rid of a couple of those.
And he keeps the Templar alive, and he keeps them separate. Making those into an Archon would have cost him big. He can't afford to warp in any more Templar right now. He needs to keep them separate as long as he can, only making them into Archons if they're about to die.
Scan goes down. He says, oh, you don't have the 5th base?
I think he needs to take it on the right side if he's going to take one. He sees this base, and I think he might just nuke it.
It's looking like it. Scan's coming down.
I don't think the nuke is ready yet. Almost ready. Okay, well, I mean, this is one way to attack it. There's a storm coming. No pun intended. Big drop in the main.
Yeah. There he goes, big stim here. Colossi a little bit forward. Might be able to snipe
Colossi.
one of those. Time Warp does go down. Looks like it will save one of them. But again, huge Bioforce here at the front of the bases of Parting.
Parting is starting to even up the supply. He's taking really nice, tight defensive engagements. Again, another drop here on the main base. Big warp into units, including Stalkers, so he may be able to pick some of these off. Not quite. Parting's next step is to take that Nexus. He's got it up to the top right. I like this choice. I've been saying it, for the last 5 minutes or so. That's where he needs to get a base, because that's going to be hard to drop, hard to find, hard to scout, and Bbyong can't afford to bring a big group of units over there. Yeah, maybe he drops, but I've been waiting for this Dark Shrine all game, too. This is going to be the best line of drop defense.
Yeah, will be really good. Look at these 3 medevacs just getting out of here, injured, damaged. I feel like, Parting really has evened this up. He's kind of reset this game. Ghosts, they do have nukes. They do have Cloak as well, but Parting's got all of his really high-tech units back. He doesn't have a lot of Colossi. That's the one thing he's missing. EMPs will be really key. If he can hit a lot of those High Templar, I feel like Bbyong definitely can take a fight. And he's going to go for these drops once again here.
High Templar over there. Oh, this bio is way out of position. He needs to hit with these 4 medevacs hard, because this is a vulnerable moment for Bbyong, actually. If he doesn't do enough damage here and he doesn't force Parting to turn around, all these units are not at home. All missed storms there. Planetary over here is going to help zone out. He's got quite a few Widow Mines, but there's so many Archons in this mix. 6 Archons, and this Planetary is not going to last very long. He can actually begin to blink forward here in just a second and then allow those storms to get dropped on this army. Decent EMPs, though.
They do go down, and Bbyong is holding his own against this big army. Let it be, and he's taking down the Nexus back at home for Parting, but Parting has got a huge army right on the doorstep of Bbyong.
Yep, this base may go down, but I don't think he cares about it too much. There goes the Mothership Core, and a few of these High Templar, not enough energy for storms. Does finally clear this up, but does he have enough units to actually push through? I don't think so. Bbyong's bank is too big, and he's remaxing too quickly.
But a lot of Zealots coming in here.
Just out-micro that army. Go into the main base here. Parting needs to make something happen soon, but I don't know what that is. His base isn't even saturated to the top right now, and he needs that base.
He really does. This just drop harass right now is just way too much. Feedbacks can come down, and he feedbacks every single one.
That was a sick warping right there, but it's going to cost him big. Yeah. Both of those Archons will go down. That's 4 High Templar for shutting down medevac energy, and he doesn't have gas to spare right now. He needs a base to the top right saturated. He needs gas up at that base. He needs to send some probes over there. He's got plenty of probes down there at his 3rd base. He should be sending those.
Parting does stop mining at the 4th base of Bbyong, but that's all he's got. Byung's got 2 other bases mining right now. He's widening that supply gap. There's no mining. There's no minerals left there even. Like you said, he just needs to get stuff over to that right base, but I guess he just can't quite make it over there right now. He can't saturate that base, but he needs it.
This is speed versus efficiency. Bbyong is running around the map like crazy with these medevacs. He can't really take straight fights with his small groups of units, but, you know, if he can pick the units off here and there and then eventually build a big enough army with his bank, he's just going to win this game. I don't think Parting can actually make this go any longer. He's held off, you know, down on army supply for the last 15 minutes, but now it's triple the army supply. He's got too many ghosts here. In fact, no, he's got 0 ghosts, but there's no High Templar left.
Yep,
he's
just
no
High Templar left.
Too much answers.
There's barely any Protoss here left. This is the army that you see here for the Protoss. That's it. Bbyong's just taking it patiently. I guess he must assume there's a base over here and wants to regroup here and go for the big push. Wants to end this game right now. He's loading up here. He's going to go for that base.
Parting's looking like a dead man walking. His base of saturation and gas comes up way too late to be effective. And look at this army. He's now going to get surrounded, perhaps. No ghosts, contrary to my belief, but looks like Vikings on the ground are going to be enough. Here comes the Bbyong from the right side. Last High Templar goes down. No storms left. And this is going to be it. Bbyong advances. GG, congratulations, says Parting. Bbyong is moving on 2-0. Taking 2nd place.
Yeah.
Parting will not be going to China.
We both had a feeling Bbyong was going to take this one. He did it. Parting looked really ahead in that first game. Bbyong was still able to take it. Bbyong takes it on a huge map against late game Protoss. Does not care. Barely even makes Vikings off of 4 bases. Runs Parting around the map. That was some really impressive TVP play.
That was a really fun game. Now, there was a moment where Bbyong was maxed out. Parting was at like 105 supply, and he still was able to take some really good defensive engagements and just play patiently. Getting that base up, though, was just a really big challenge. He just didn't have, you know, the multitasking to storm everywhere, stop all the drops, counterattack, kill the bases, and get those gases up at that, I guess you would call it a 5th base, the top right base. He didn't get the gases up until it was way too late, and he was dead. He needed those gases. He needed the mining. He lost his 4th base several times, and that was just too much for him to handle. Bbyong always having the better bank. He controlled the game the entire game. Always Parting was stuck on his own side of the map.
Yeah. Well, guys, here are the results from today. Dark beats Parting, Bbyong beats Hack, Dark beats Bbyong, Parting beats Hack, and then Bbyong beats Parting there in that final match. So Dark will move ahead in 1st place. Bbyong will get 2nd place. I feel like
these are my predictions for today, really. Those are the 2 I thought were going to get through. Really sad for Parting. I wish he could get through, too, as I feel like this is a really important tournament for him. It's really classic to see him in China for these big tournaments. He's you know, a good career representative, I feel. Very exciting player to have. Got a great personality, so I'm really sad we won't be seeing him in China this time, but nonetheless, it's going to be Dark and Bbyong. Dark on the up and coming, looking really strong. Bbyong showing that even during this downtime, we haven't seen him a whole lot. He's a very, very strong Terran player as well, one of the best in the world.
Practicing with that CJ Antis team, man. He's got some great practice. Well, guys, next week, Monday, Tuesday, once again, we will have this tournament again. But on Monday, we're going to have Zest versus Trap, Super versus Classic, an only Protoss group here for group number C, or group letter C, I guess.
So Zest, obviously on top of the world in PvP right now. Classic, kind of his rival in a lot of ways, you know, on the opposite team. And then you've got, you know, Trap and Super, but look a bit out of place. A former IM player in Trap, and then you've got Super, the player who's been on MVP for so long.
Yep. He looked good in the Kespa Cup. He did show some decent games there. Was looking a bit better.
Yeah,
see absolutely. How he plays next week. Actually, I'm excited to see him play as well.
In fact, all 4 of those players were in the Kespa Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Except, no, Trap was not.
Trap wasn't, yeah.
Trap was not. But 3 of those guys showing some really good games in the Kespa Cup. It's been a good week, Brendan. I've really enjoyed these matches.
Yeah, me too, man. It's been fun.
So, you can follow the 2 of us on Twitter. I'm Proxy Wolf. He's Brendan Valdez. And we'll see you guys next week.